Now, a bit earlier in the programme, we saw some midweek SPL action. The top of the table in Scotland does look rather familiar at the moment. Rangers and Celtic fill the top two spots. But could Hibernian crack that old firm monopoly? They're 4 points off Celtic, with a game in hand, as you can see. And tomorrow they take on the leaders at Ibrox. Rob Mclean has been speaking to his nibs at Hibs.
The Edinburgh port of Leith is home to Hibs. Tucked in among the tight streets is their Easter Road ground. Leith is also where their manager, John Hughes, was born and bred.
Doing this area, this is where all my growing up was done. It was always football, football, football. Football was never too far away, but even there, I've swum in there many a time. You wouldn't
Was
like
that
to...
wise?
No, looking back now, but boys will be boys, and you know, we're in here and we're jumping off the bridge and all that stuff. I'm Leith born and bred. When I left the club 9-10 years ago, having come here, played here for 4 years, come here from Celtic, had the honour of captaining the club. I always had that ambition to come back one day and manage a club.
His background is touched by tragedy. Behind one of the Easter Road stands is the cemetery in which his parents are buried, and his brother Peter, who died of heroin addiction at the age of 30.
Drugs hit Leith in the early 80s, and Peter got caught up in that. He was a real good, talented footballer, you know, and it was just unfortunate he took the wrong turn. And as you say, he's buried over there beside my mother and my father. And it's a great saying in Leith, you know, it's just like saying churro to each other, I'll see you behind the goals. And my parents are in there with Peter, so but it's a great inspirational tool for me. You know, I know they'll be looking down and seeing and be very proud.
They couldn't be much closer to you, could they?
No, and sometimes, you know, I'm up with her a lot, and you know, I always give that gravestone a kick every now and then when you're looking for a little bit of luck. So they'll always be with me. And as I say, you know, they inspire me to try and be the best that you can be.
His family have every reason to be proud of what Hughes is achieving. Hibs recovered from 2 goals down to draw with Aberdeen on Wednesday night. If they win their game in hand, they would move to within a point of Celtic, who they beat in Glasgow 2.5 weeks ago with a stoppage-time winner.
Carried a little bit of luck, but to score the goal and young Danny Galbraith, just a young kid at 18 coming on, it was fantastic, and that just gave us confidence. But the boys have done that, they've got that. That's the culture that we're setting, and that just sort of re-emphasised, you know, that we can go through to Glasgow and take the big boys on. Even the last time we go to Rangers on Sunday, but the last time we were at Ibrox, it was possibly the best game of football. 2 teams going to each other, plenty of chances, and we come away with a point. Guys like Stokes, right down to Sunderland, never reached the heights that he would like to reach. And I bring him back here, fortunately good enough, you know, the club were good enough to go out and get him. It's just a matter of getting a bit of gold dust on him. And he scored, I think, 15, 16 goals again for me. You know, and it's just a matter of how you manage them and get the best out of players. And sometimes that's through humour, curling them, or kicking them up the backside. You know, all credit to the boys, they've been fantastic for me up until now. So hopefully we can continue that and see where it takes us.
That's a fascinating insight into John Hughes there. Martin, many have tried to crack those top 2 in Scotland. What sort of chance do you give Hibs this season?
Well, they have a fair chance. We look at the financial problems with Rangers. Hibs, their average home gate is only 15,000, so obviously they're difficult constraints for them. We all know players like Liam Miller, who from Manchester United, Anthony Stokes, who's scoring the goals for them, 13 goals already this season. So they're playing good football, and they really are putting Celtic certainly under a lot of pressure. And if they can get a result at Rangers this weekend, then it really closes the teams down. They drew there earlier in the season, so they have a real chance.
It's a big weekend in the SPL.